Industry on Parade. A pictorial review of events in business and industry, produced each week by the National Association of Manufacturers.
The Navy's Moffett Field, California, West Coast headquarters of an airline that's one of the nation's youngest, but has come of age during two critical periods in our nation's recent history. The airline is Seaboard and Western, established to develop the transport of bulk freight across the oceans. Seaboard and Western earned its first wings over the Atlantic in the days of the Berlin Airlift, but it's really proved itself in hauling such tremendously important materials as whole blood to Korea. From Travis Air Force Base near San Francisco, hundreds of planes, military and commercial, depart each month with freight and military personnel critically needed at the war front. Experienced in handling everything from elephants to 7-ton ship parts, the men of this young organization have a versatility that won't let them be stopped or even surprised by anything. 90% of the crews are veterans of one or another of the flying services in World War II. They've turned the long Northern and Mid-Pacific hops into what almost amounts to a milk run. Briefed on weather and other vital information, they pick up their flight plan and start out on the 13,000-mile round trip. They'll have only the briefest stopover in Tokyo, for turnarounds there average less than 6 hours. In the flying freight business, there are no refinements such as rolling stairways. Crews go aboard like the cargo. Now flying converted DC-4s, the men of Seaboard and Western anxiously await the day when planes built specifically to haul cargo will allow them to take a greater role in the international freight picture. But to a casual observer, it would appear that they've already established themselves. With so much uncertainty as to where the communists will strike next, the nation can be reassured by the existence of quickly adaptable air freight lines that will carry men and materials to the trouble spot at a moment's notice. At this moment, high over the Pacific, are dozens of men like these, adventurers who look on their work as just ordinary routine. Back in California, another of the flying freighters completes the round trip. This plane has not come back empty, for it returns some of the men whose lives may have been saved by the whole blood brought to the Orient by this same plane on the trip out. These are the men whose needs demand the best that any of us can contribute. Another important cargo on the return trip, mail from the men still over there. Reassurances to a parent, a wife, or a child that somebody is still alive, still very busy with the job of defending our freedom. For the writers of those letters, the work must go on without interruption. Propellers are removed and out comes the great engine for complete overhaul. It'll be taken apart to the smallest bolt and rebuilt again for another 200,000 miles of service. While these engines are being worked on, the planes cannot wait. Other rebuilt engines have already been installed, and after taking on another precious cargo, away they go on their urgent mission.